Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part, if you will only make a start.
Earthworms seem to be one of the most unnoticeable and unwanted creatures in our environment. However, there are really things that exist that need not be wanted in order for them to become valuable and necessary in life. Oftentimes, we call these personas as those that are behind the scene performers. What makes these creatures special? Well, this is your 7 Minutes with God today, and as usual, your online inspirational evangelist, Brother Noy Gonzaga, fervently requests you to share our devotionals to your friends, classmates, colleagues, loved ones, and family members. Remember, God also wants to be with them in the first 7 minutes of their occupational lives. Our biblical light for this moment is found in Proverbs 13 verse 7. It says, "A pretentious, showy life is an empty life. A plain and simple life is full life." Well, dear friends, if you will tell this to people in our environment, in our society, they will not believe you because in our society, money talks. In our system, wealth do the decisions. That is the norm that seemed to be wrong, but everyone believes to be functional. That is the very reason why this specific devotional went out of the box to address this kind of mentality. I was in my 5th grade when I started to be curious with earthworms that are sporadically appearing in my garden. I started to handpick them and terminate them, but my teacher in technology and livelihood education stopped me and let me understand the importance of earthworms in our environment. My teacher said, earthworms are environmental players that chooses not to be noticed or seen when they do their job to make the environment healthy. She compared the earthworm to the director and scriptwriter of movies and television shows wherein films become successful due to the actors and actresses, but never can you see the director and the scriptwriter who actually has majority of the groundwork done in order for the film to reach such an avenue. Then my teacher said, just like that, the worms or the earthworms are actually the unseen ground engineers. They eat all the dirt, all the decaying particles in the ground, all the decomposing objects that may seem to be garbage, and may even augment in promotion of diseases if they are not decomposed properly. After ingesting or eating all of this, the worm defecates substances that are very important to the fertilizing capacity of the loam or the planting soil. Now, if you will simplify this, worms are living engineers turning dirt into natural fertilizers so that our plants will grow well and healthy in the ground. Do you think it stops there? There's more. Worms are actually continuously moving underground. They create holes and tunnels in your garden or loam-based vicinity. Okay? What is then the importance of these holes and tunnels? Well, these holes and tunnels, as we kept on saying, engineered by the worms, usually becomes the passage of aeration or air to the underground system, of which carbon dioxide penetrates and adds nutritional substances to the plants dwelling in the garden. Wait, there is still one thing. The same holes and tunnels engineered by the worms make it easy for water to hydrate the lower parts of the roots and the harder parts of the soil level, thus letting the plants ingest water and avoid dehydration. Question is, have we had the chance to thank the earthworms for their original engineering logic and intelligence? Have we in our simple way show appreciation to these earthlings, that they are beneficial to our gardens? Or are we one of them that will give these crawlers a death sentence if we see them crawling and exposing themselves to the open environment? Well, at least now, you know their value and their salience to the production of food via the planting industry. Next time you want to kill an earthworm, try to think, after these creatures fertilize my vegetables, why am I murdering them? Well, yes, dear friends, just like the worms, there are many people in our surroundings that is doing the work in the ministry of God without showing it in front of the camera. Remember, not all people who are going up and down the stage and the pulpit are right away sure priorities in the awards for the greatest workers for God. Oftentimes, they are only recipients of the labors of other people who choose not to be noticed. A good singer can sing well, but what if there is no assistance from the sound operator and mixer of the sound quality? Will the singer still produce a good sound or a great song? A good actor on stage in a religious drama gets the attention of all people because of their comedic and heartwarming talents to entertain. But have we asked, can they do what they're doing when there is no script from the scriptwriter and inputs from the person who is directing the play? Everyone goes to church on a Sabbath, most of them in their high heels and very elegant dresses, with men wearing ties and long sleeves. Well, they will already begin the battle of the best in church costume, so it's just like a contest. However, if the janitor did not clean the church on preparation day and open the church early on a Sabbath day, can these physically robed and loudly talking individuals enter the church and be comfortable with this cleanliness? Well, these three examples show how important people who are not in front of the camera play a great role in our lives. Often, they are the unsung heroes, but the real heroes could not have been there without them. In our mission fields today, even in the churches, pastors always grab microphones and do all the loud preachings because it is a public domain. However, have we asked the question, who really converted the people to Christ? Is it the loud and personified presentation of the evangelist, or the humble work of the literature evangelist who silently visits every home to personally talk to the families about Jesus? Well, the answer is very clear, but I want you to think about it because I surely believe that we have the same answers in our hearts. Yes, there are many earthworms in our church, but oftentimes we do not see them because our attention is on the leadership, which in their own consciousness also forget that they cannot be functional and successful without the real engineers of success, which are the unseen, unheard, and unnoticed members of our system, who are doing the work without sensationalism and cameo motivations. They are the earthworms of our faith, earthworms that are preparing our environment for God's second coming. Earthworms who are more concerned with others than with their self-fame. Earthworms who will always, in their own private way, rescue the perishing.
The perishing, care for the dying, snatch them in pity from sin, and the grave. Weep o'er the erring one, lift up the fallen, tell them of Jesus the mighty to save. Rescue the perishing, care for the dying. Jesus is merciful. Jesus will save.
Though they are sliding him, still he is waiting, waiting the penitential to receive. So plead with them earnestly, plead with them gently. He will forgive if they only believe.
Rescue the perishing, care for the dying. Jesus is merciful. Jesus will save. Someone is all alone, looking for a reason. Someone is trying to find a way to go. Will you be the one to bring them home? Rescue the perishing, duty demands it. Strength for your labor, the Lord will provide. Back to the narrow way, patiently win them. Tell the poor wanderer a Savior has died.
We would rather be the earthworms of our faith, even if we are not sin, but we are contributing to the greatness and nearness of God, rather than becoming the heroes and heroines who later on wake up one day forgetting about the real focus, which is God and not self. Yes, this is a great lesson from an earthworm, and every time we can see these crawlers, let us remember they are life's greatest natural and environmental engineers. This is the 7 Minutes with God, and this moment we are reminded we don't need a camera to shine. We just need to do our duties, and God will collectively see us as a cooperative society. Have a great moment, everyone.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring.
Wake up! Wake up!